Okay, let's have a little channel update video. We are a quarter of the way through 2025, which is mad. It's mad how the first 3 months of the year have just flown by. And the first 3 months of the year have done better than the last 3 months of 2024 for view counts, watch hours, and subscriber growth. For a direct comparison in the same time frame, and I do believe the first 3 months of this year have done better than the first 3 months of last year. So the channel is doing really well. That's the best way I can describe it. Is the channel's growing really, really well. The real test will be between May and August, because that's where we had the most growth last year, and the highest view counts, the highest watch hours, and the highest subscriber numbers in growth. And that's obviously in part to Paul Kent getting sacked by Fox Sports in Australia, and Jermaine Genius getting sacked by the BBC here for their misdeeds and scandals that they got involved in, which obviously created a lot of controversy and were big talking points. And yeah, they really got people talking, those incidents. So if the channel can continue with the growth that we've had and the consistent growth that we've had, I think the channel can still grow better this year than last year, irregardless of those two massive spikes in viewership that we had around just two videos. Because the way the channel is just churning along and ticking along, even the last 2 days where I've been off, well, I was off work ill yesterday and I wasn't feeling well Monday during work and after work. I've been battling a virus, and today I'm not being 100%, but I'm braving it, because it's a thing. I've got to get content up, otherwise the channel will start to hurt a little bit. One thing I have noticed is the football club history videos are a secret little engine room of the channel, because when I wasn't making content yesterday and Monday, I did decide to have a little look at the channel analytics and who's watching what. So we've obviously had the FA Cup quarter-finals. We've had 4 matches over the weekend, done 4 match reviews. They've done reasonably well for match reviews like that. They've done reasonably well. Not fantastic, but they're about average for the channel, so I'm not worried about them. So you get views from them. I've obviously done me NRL round review and round preview video. So the preview video, I mean, there's still days before, round 5 is concluded, so people will watch them, and of course you've got the review video and people will watch them. So I've got my content from the weekend, and they generate views. That's your standard stuff. But Monday and Tuesday obviously made no content. Football club histories, however, that's what people are watching in the background, because I've been a bit intrigued about what how the view counts are. And I tell you now, what is really interesting is you get the initial upload and the initial interest in the first couple of weeks, a few days, maybe even the first day of that football club history video being done on that particular club. And then views might be quiet for a little bit, and then they slowly climb and they climb and they climb, because they're what I call background noise. And that's where a lot of the new subscribers to the channel have come from, is the football club histories. And it's really interesting. And obviously we've got the big 6 in England and the big clubs in Europe, those top clubs that are always in the Champions League. I haven't done Real Madrid yet, for example, and I haven't done Barcelona. And I will do in time. But another thing I found very interesting is the big 6 in England. You would think they would have the most views, the most engagement, the most comments, the most likes. They don't. They don't. Some of the lower league clubs, or some of those lesser Premier League clubs, and clubs in Scotland as well, the view counts on them are higher than the view counts on the so-called Big 6 and the Old Firm. That's what I find really amazing, is that there is clearly some of these other clubs that aren't classed as the biggest clubs in the country for fan base, whatever it may be, or the Big 6 in England. Ironically, they have much bigger fan bases than the media would like to admit, because the media does have a bias, which is another reason why I did the football club history. And a lot of their fans feel like their club is overlooked in favour of, in this case in England, or the UK, it will be Glasgow, and in Glasgow it'll be Rangers and Celtic in Scotland. And then you have the Big 6 in England, which will be Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea and Man City. They're the clubs that seem to dominate the headlines. And this is where a lot of fans feel really pissed off. It's the best way to describe it. That the obsession with these handful of clubs over everyone else who competes in the sport, in the English football pyramid and the Scottish football pyramid, they get overlooked. the reporting is, well, a couple of paragraphs, where some of these other clubs get 4 or 5 articles per day. And this annoys a lot of people. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to do the football club histories, is to, I wouldn't say give a voice, but just cover the other clubs and give them a fair hearing. And it was also fun diving into the club histories, and I still do them. I've still got some more clubs to do. I've got a lot of non-league clubs to do, who are former Football League clubs. I've got some other Scottish Football League clubs to do as well, and some former ones. Got a lot of clubs in Europe. Well, I've got most of the European clubs to do as well, which will be fun. But something I've noticed is the view counts on some of these smaller clubs, by media standards, by the mainstream media, do really, really well. And the view counts are solid. The watch hours are really, really good. And a lot of the new subscribers have subscribed to the channel recently by watching the Football Club histories. So that's a reason why I keep doing them. That's a reason why I look through the clubs that I've done, which, I mean, I've got notebooks everywhere. I've got to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit notebooks that I've got, and check which clubs I've done to tick them off. And then once I've gone through them, then I've got to go, okay, I can do this club now. And I have to go through the channel and the playlist and go, okay, I've done that club, right, okay, I don't have to do that video. And I have to go through to make sure I don't double up and do it. It's mad. I've actually lost count on how many football club histories I've done, but they're exceptionally fun to do, and there are more coming. Now, in regards to what I hope the channel achieves in the next 3 quarters of the year, and maybe sooner, is 2,000 subs. That's the main goal for the year, and full monetisation as an extra bonus. That's the 2 things I want to achieve. The main one is getting 2,000 subscribers, and I believe we can do that with the way the channel's been growing. And how many subscribers we're getting on a regular basis, how quickly the subscriber count is climbing. That's one thing I believe we can achieve, is that 2,000 subscriber mark. I think that's the first objective. And the second one, which is a bonus, is full monetisation. So that's what I plan to do by December 31st. That's the goal. That's the main goal and the secondary goal. If I can do both of them, then I'm like a Cheshire cat. But at the same time, this is all for fun. This is, any money that we make, which is not a lot, is a bonus. And I've always said that. Any money we make off the platform is a bonus. I'm not in this for the money, honestly. Not in this for the money. Because if I was, I would have quit a long time ago. I'm in this because it's fun, it's engaging, and I enjoy making content for you guys. And you lot who watch, subscribe, like, share, comment, and engage, make it all worthwhile. This is a hobby, and it's turned into a very fun hobby that's, thoroughly rewarding. And as I say, the money side is a bonus. But there we go. That's my little channel update for how things are going. The channel growth's really good. Obviously, I've been ill, so I can't help that, but it's unfortunate. Football club histories will continue. I've got a lot of European clubs to do. I'm going to pick out a couple more English and Scottish clubs to have a little look at, but there's a lot more European clubs that I want to do, and European leagues to look at. That's going to be fun over the coming weeks and months. And here's the goals for the year: 2,000 subs and full monetisation with ad revenue. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate all the support, much appreciated, much, very humbling, and I'll have some more content for you all very, very soon.